Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I want to talk about the Ruiz Diaz. He's talking about Anthony Joshua not being prepared for or wasn't. He took Anthony Ruiz lightly. He didn't really take him serious. And I got this information from Counterpunch Boxing News channel, and I want to rebut what he's talking about too. At the same time, at the same time, it could be a possibility that Ruiz Diaz is telling the truth about Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? They said all that stuff was true, saying that he underestimated his opponent and he was taking him lightly. It's just like when they said they was talking about how Lakers or any championship team which you a good team could take a team that's not good lightly and they'll win, which that's true. I believe that too. But let me tell you this too at the same time. Whose fault is that? That would be the Lakers' fault. That in this situation, it was Anthony Joshua's fault. But you know why? This is the reason why. Even Counterpunch Boxing News channel, he said 5 weeks out, right? So let me tell you this: he was still in training, right? It don't matter who he was training for. I can see if it was different styles, like he was a southpaw. Well, he's an orthodox fighter. Anthony Ruiz, you know what I'm saying? So Big Baby Miller, I think he's a orthodox fighter, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's a southpaw, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but either way, you still getting prepared for the fight somebody. It don't matter if somebody coming in like a 4 weeks notice, whatever. That's just part of boxing. You should know that, right? So the thing about it is, with me at the same time, Counterpunch Boxing News saying that, and Diaz, Joel Diaz is saying that he took him lightly because Diaz said he thought Anthony Joshua was gonna win, but Anthony Ruiz won the fight, and he won fair and square. But it was because of Anthony Joshua was taking him lightly, he was taking him serious. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there could be some truth to that. But at the same time, you got other boxers besides him, like Floyd Mayweather came in with I think he went to jail, or the situation that he was in with his baby, with his kid's mother. Issues outside the ring, which he didn't bring inside the ring. He fought the people and then beat them. Just like he got some people with broken jaws and stuff like that, and still win the fight, even though that's the injury. But you telling me Anthony Joshua took his opponent lightly because of, he didn't know who he was fighting? But let me tell you this. There is a such thing. I would think they would have a videotape about this dude, or you could just go on YouTube and pop Anthony Ruiz up and see who he fighting, how he fight. You see what I'm saying? So you talking about he wasn't prepared? That's on him not getting prepared for a fighter like that. You see what I'm saying? Anthony Ruiz didn't change his style up. He's been the way he's been fighting since I think he came in the professional boxing. He got fast hands. It was because of he changed stuff up with Anthony Joshua. It was because he just had fast hands. You see what I'm saying? That's what it was. And then on top of that, Anthony Joshua just said, like a day ago, 2 days ago, or something like that, he was thinking about Deontay Wilder, the way he finished off Dominic Brazil. He was thinking of him, how he beat Dominic Brazil in the ring when he was fighting Anthony Ruiz. Now it's what Ruiz Diaz said, and Counterpunch Boxing News agreeing with him, saying that was a possibility. He agreed with him because he was not prepared. Let me tell you something. That sounds like an excuse at the same time. I don't think a lot of people don't want to hear that at the same time. And some people I want to hear it. Maybe the Anthony Joshua fans too at the same time. But let me tell you this. He's 20 fights in. He's not a prospect. He should know these things at the same time. This can happen. Of course he got his first defeat at the same time. But at the same time, you should have looked at the YouTube and see Anthony Ruiz how he fight, or you should have hit a video of him. You telling me he didn't look at no video of him at all? That was on him. You know what I'm saying? They got some information about how Andy Ruiz fight and stuff like that, who he fought and how he beat him, and how he is in the ring with his opponents. And then on top of that, now, to bunk all what Ruiz Diaz said and counterpunch Boxing News saying, to debunk what y'all saying, he said he was thinking about Deontay Wilder in the ring. So what is y'all talking about? He was thinking about. It seemed like that by what Anthony Joshua is saying. He debunked what y'all saying. He said he was thinking about somebody. He was thinking about something else. He wasn't thinking about. He didn't say he wasn't prepared. If he said he was prepared, it would have been different. But he didn't say he was not prepared. He said he was thinking about Deontay Wilder, how he beat Dominic Brazil in the ring, knocked him out in the first round. He was thinking like that. That's what he said he was thinking of. He was trying to beat Andy Ruiz in the fashion as Wilder beat Dominic Brazil. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is coming out the horse mouth. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So it seemed like y'all all what y'all saying counter punch Boxing News, it's excuses. I'm not saying that Jewel Diaz is wrong for what he's saying, but it could be a possibility. But he didn't. But Anthony Joshua should have said that. He didn't say that. He said that he was thinking about Deontay Wilder the way he knocked out Dominic Brazil. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say he had concussion and nothing like that and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't prepared. He was prepared. He just got knocked. He just got knocked out, and he quit it in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got knocked down, he got back up. And he just couldn't beat him because he just the wrong style. It was just a raw style for him that night. You know what I'm saying? He got quick hands and he fight from the inside. He's not a great outside fighter. He fights from the inside. You know one thing about Anthony Joshua, he's not a great inside fighter. He should fight from the distance. He's taller than Andy Ruiz, but he didn't use his height. You know what I'm saying? That was on him. That was prospect mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And you're not a prospect, Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, think about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say he wasn't prepared. He said he was thinking about Dominic. He said he was thinking about how Dominic Brazil got knocked out by Deontay Wilder. This is, like I say, this is coming out the horse mouth. This is coming from Anthony Joshua's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody trying to say that he was prepared and all that, it's excuses now because Anthony Joshua didn't say it was excuses. Anthony Joshua didn't say he wasn't prepared. He didn't say he wasn't prepared. I think he was prepared. He just wasn't. The style matchup was just all wrong for him that night. I think Anthony Joshua might come in with a different fight style, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I think Anthony Joshua might still win the fight. He could possibly win the fight if he fight from the outside. If he fight from the inside, he's going to lose the fight. That's not his strong point. You know what I'm saying? So if he could have outboxed Andy Ruiz, and he would have won the fight if he would outboxed him. But he got careless. When he knocked him down, he wanted to go for the knockout, which I think. But let me tell you this: when he knocked down Andy Ruiz, and then when Andy Ruiz got back up, he was going straight for the knockout. So I really believe that he was thinking about Deontay Wilder. But that's not Deontay Wilder's fault. That's Anthony Joshua's fault. He went away from the game plan with the corner by some information that I got. He went away from the game plan. You know what I'm saying? So that was on him, not because he was not prepared or nothing like that. Y'all trying to make excuses for him too at the same time. Anthony Joshua saying y'all making excuses for him. You know why? Because he said that he was thinking about Deontay Wilder, how he beat Dominic Brazil. He's trying to make it. And this is his first fight in America. He was trying to make a statement. You see what I'm saying? So I believe him over anybody else talking about he was prepared and he was 5 weeks notice and stuff like that. Look, you was in training. You was in training, and you should have whoever was in there, whoever you was in there with. And if it wasn't a southpaw fight or whatever and all that, I mean, you know, even if it was a southpaw fighter, still at the same time, you should have had some tapes of him, of the person you're fighting, because you're not gonna go in there and not have no tapes of the person. Don't underestimate your opponent at the same time. And I believe he has some tapes. You know, you can check it out on YouTube about a person that you're fighting. You know what I'm saying? So it's just excuses to it at the same time. That's what it sounds like, and that's what Anthony Joshua is telling counter punch boxing news and Jewel Diaz too at the same time. Which they got entitled to their own opinion. But they was always, I mean, well, I don't know Jewel Diaz, but Counter Punching Boxing News is always a Anthony Joshua fan. Every time he mentioned Deontay Wilder, he always throwing out some negative stuff about him too at the same time. You know, but at the same time, what y'all think about what I'm talking about? Leave a comment at the bottom of my page, subscribe to my page, like my page, hit the notification bell for new videos from me. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt, and I'm gonna leave the Counter Punching boxing news, what he's talking about, and what do it sound like to y'all. I'm gonna leave it in the description down below my video. All right, bye.